the last part, we found out that Antonio was faking it. No, it actually says it right here. Sins of the father. Jean's claim that Antonio is faking his senility probably shook Vin to his core. I should go speak with him at the Russo's mansion and formulate a plan to save Abby. So let's go ahead and head on home. Well, not to my home. Let's head back to the Rose Room. All right. Check on Abby.
I'm scared. I know it's coming.
Nothing new. Evelyn.
Great. Back for more? I'm fantastic company.
Nothing new.
Feels like I've lost count of how many cigs I've smoked waiting for you to arrive. Not a single one has calmed my nerves. I was hoping they would. I managed to get everyone in one room. It was a lot harder than it sounds. We need to confront my father. He can't hide anymore. Not when Abby's life is at stake.
How did you get back here if I have the only vertebrate? Because I feel like if he ran back to Linux and said, hey, take me home, she'd be like, where's the dude who I came here with? What are we even going to say to him?
We're going to tell him that we know. We know everything that he's done. He's going to try to deflect and keep pretending that he's senile. And every time he does, we push back.
Are you okay?
You want my honest opinion? No, I'm not okay. But this isn't about me. My sister is dying. Her condition takes precedence over my whining.
All right, I'm ready to confront Antonio.
Good, because I'm not. But we don't have much of a choice, do we? This way. Let's just hope this goes well.
Thought he got everyone in one room, but
Oh, look, it's snowing.
are you supposed to be coming downstairs?
Hello, how are you? I haven't seen you in so long. See, it was, oh, hello. So good to see you again.
I'd like to talk to you about your family.
Sure. Lay it on me, sport.
What can you tell me about Evelyn?
Evelyn? Oh, my wife is the most beautiful creature you could ever lay your eyes on. Isn't she? I still remember the day she and I met. She was some kind of performer, an acrobat, maybe. But I saw her on stage, and it was like the world stopped turning, and all the lights faded to gray. Nothing else mattered. I brought her flowers, I think. Her favorite ones. I can't remember what they was called.
Intelligence +4. Were they roses, perhaps?
now that you mention it, I think that they were. How did you know that? Are you trying to charm my wife?
Finn seems a bit different compared to the rest of you.
Vincenzo has always been such an ambitious kid. A heart of gold, that one. When he grows up, I'm sure he'll be an excellent made man. He takes after his father completely, you know?
Are you not concerned at all about Abby?
Abby? Why? Something wrong with her? That little tyke always tends to get into trouble. But you know, kids, right? When you're still growing and there's all those hormones, it makes you a bit rebellious. I'm sure it's just a phase.
You have no awareness whatsoever about what's going on with your daughter.
Awareness of what exactly? Look, I don't know what she said to you, but I'm sorry if she's acting out. I'd ground her, but she's got a fiery spirit. She'd probably just disobey me anyway.
Okay.
Questions? I didn't realize we was... Well, I hope I was able to give you some good answers.
Something's off about you.
Off? How so?
Is there any reason why someone would want you dead?
Dad? What kind of question is that? I can't say they would. Unless it's one of the many victims of my bingo skills. B-39!
Are you well?
How could I not be? Smell all that fresh air. Take in those beautiful ocean views. We're in the most beautiful place in the world right now. A tourist hotspot, and you think I'm unwell. You are a comic sport.
And where do you think we are exactly?
Is that a rhetorical question? We're in America's playground, one of the most iconic cities in the nation, Atlantic City.
What did you do for work before you left Atlantic City?
I'm an old man. I've been retired for quite some time now. Before then, I seem to recall working in the garbage business. I made sure that the casino quarter was spotless, and the city kicked up some cash for me in return.
Sounds about right.
Never mind what.
You seem a little lost.
Lost? Oh, no. How could I get lost in my own home? In Atlantic City?
Later, Antonio.
Let me know when later comes.
I think he's supposed to come downstairs.
There's no time to chat.
Have you asked Ven if he needs anything? I'm sure he could use the help. Later, then.
Welcome to the next chapter in Evelyn's tragic and hopeless fall from the limelight. Pleasure you've been here to witness it all. Don't stay away too long. I take it as a compliment, but you've been the least boring part of my day.
Yeah, I think he's supposed to come downstairs.
Hello, how are you? Let me know when later.
See if we can fix it.
Timmy. You're looking good today, same as ever. What can I do for you? What? In Atlantic City? Sure. Question? Off? Never mind. I mean, Atlantic City.
Seeing if he has a password somewhere. So I can't tell if he's bugged or if I'm missing something.
Hello, how are you? Lost in Atlantic. Lost in Atlantic. Lost in Atlantic. Lost in Atlantic. Oh, Dad. How could I? Wait, you are a cop. Oh, look, it's snowing.
So I can't confront him. Why can't I confront him? Am I gonna have to restart? Possibly.
Have you met my daughter? She's an honor roll student, true and true.
Okay. See if this fixes it. There!
Mom, will you relax? This isn't helpful. He's sick. We don't even know if what Vin said is true.
Abigail, please. I've handled more than one bad performance in my day. I just didn't think it would be my husband I'm booing off the stage.
Ladies, I do wish that I could help you, but this devil's blood sounds very dangerous.
Just cut the crap! Your acting's not even good. Frankly, it's embarrassing that we fell for it for so long.
What's going on? This is all very overwhelming.
Ven, where did you hear that Dad is faking?
I met one of his old business partners, Jean. She told me everything. Pop's been faking senility to get out of AC so that Concerta Lombardi can't have him killed. That's why those hitmen showed up at the Rose Room. Our friend here can back me up.
Is this true?
Yep, it's all true. Sorry, Abby.
I wish I could say I can't believe it. But, God, Dad, really? This was the first thing your brain went to? To fake dementia?
And this cursed nightclub. All that nonsense you gave me about an Appalachian nightlife. Ah, just another falsehood. No one makes a fool out of me, Antonio Russo.
The only one making a fool out of you is yourself, Evelyn. All of you. So yeah. Yeah. I was playing hooky. You think it's because I like walking around like a dried prune asking what day of the week it is, huh? I had a target painted on my back by the damn mob. Would you rather have a senile father or a dead one, huh? Yeah. Thought so.
So I think I missed a
Just wanted a dad. Period.
You can write a novel on why you're innocent later. How about we talk about what we're going to do for Abby?
Hey, let's not overreact now. It's just a little indulgence, right? Who doesn't have a vice these days, huh? She looks fine.
Oh, I've married a Shakespearean villain, haven't I? Our daughter is dying, Antonio.
Why? Oh, would you quit the melodrama for just a few seconds, Evelyn, for the sake of...
For once, she's not being dramatic. According to Jean, Abby needs a pure sample of devil's blood to make an antidote for her withdrawal symptoms. And you're the only one who knows how to get it.
God's sake. You had to go for the one chem you couldn't come off of. What's the matter with you? All right, Peanut Gallery. There's something you all need to see. Come with me.
Wow, how'd that door open?
Whoa.
Antonio, what is this beast doing in my home? Oh, disgusting.
I've seen one of these before stalking around the city center. Not something I'd want to piss off, I'll say that much.
We started seeing these fellas show up around 10 years ago. Devils, we called them. They're still pretty rare. Elusive.
Then why do you have this?
You tell me, honey. Would the showman pay top dollar for a freak show devil corpse?
So you killed it to make a profit.
All right. Managed to break through Antonio's ruse. He apparently wants to show me some sort of secret. I should follow him. We did. We're here. Guessing you're all busy. She's supposed to walk over there, but she's glitching out. I'll wait till she gets over there. Perfect. Whole family's here.
Hey, Abby, look at this thing. What do you think it is, a bunny rabbit? It's as ugly as sin. Look, I needed an edge over Concerta. Quintino had yours truly to be next in line to be godfather, but that little viper wasn't having it. She tried to sabotage me at every turn. I needed to make more caps, prove that I was useful.
And embalming this thing was the answer. Oh, what a ridiculous idea from a ridiculous man.
I'm ridiculous, Miss Primadonna? What wasn't ridiculous was this fella's blood. I originally took it to Jean to get it embalmed, promised her a small card. But any dreams of a sideshow attraction disappeared when we realized the tantalizing properties of its blood.
Does this mean you still have a sample of its blood? We need to get it to Jean as soon as possible.
It just so happens I do. If what you're saying is true, then we need to act now on an antidote. I'll take Abby and your friend here to Jean. No water tag-alongs. The damn mob's gonna be swarming our tails the whole way. Concerta will know I'm back the second we touch ground on Jersey soil.
Damn it. If it weren't for the mob. Stay safe, all right, Abby?
I will. I got us into this mess. The last thing I want to do is to drag you further into it.
I hope you know what you're doing, Tony.
You, me, Atlantic City.
All right. Who's Concerta Lombardi? Why does she want you dead?
Concerta's the little sister of Quintino Lombardi, the Godfather. She's an ambitious, conniving brat. Let's just say Quintino named me as his successor, despite me not being his own flesh and blood. The man was sterile. As such, Concerta wanted me out of the picture to take power by force.
Well, I still don't understand why you faked being senile.
I could get a skywriter to spell it out for you if I wasn't clear the first time. Concerta wanted to ice me out. I thought if I faked having dementia, she would write me off and leave me alone. Fat lot of good that did. You saw those assassins? You can guess whether she bought it or not.
Then why did you keep up the act after the hitman showed up?
Pride? One of the 7 deadly sins people love to preach about. In order to sell the lie, I had to make everyone fall for it. And that included my flesh and blood. You know how headstrong Abby and Vin are and how Evelyn is. I was so deep in it that I didn't really see a way out. I just kept thinking, someday I'll tell him. But I always put it off. Some may say it was cowardice, but I just think it was a lack of punctuality.
Okay. I've seen those devils in Atlantic City. Why did we have to come all the way here for the sample?
Many reasons, kid. For one, they're a pain in the ass to kill. They'll turn you into a paper ranger before you know it. This fella here is already dead. That makes things a hell of a lot simpler. Two, probably because Vin was too busy fantasizing about unicorns and rainbows or whatever munis do to just suggest that in the first place.
Well, I don't want to waste any time. Let's get going.
Couldn't agree more. Abby and I will meet you in the city center. Try to get there in one piece. Concerta's goons take no prisoners. Give me and Abby some time to catch up.
That went about as well as I expected.
What is that godforsaken smell? I thought I told Vincenzo to scrub the must out of this place. Ugh!
Well, now we know what the smell was.
To clean up this dreadful corpse.
Abby is willing to travel
Ever simple.
to go back to Atlantic City to be cured of her withdrawal symptoms. I should head over there now and meet her and Antonio there.
Hey, how's it going?
No way. More like,
Sure.
I don't want their business
Nothing
anyway.
new.
If you need something, try Vin. He likes all that gooey stuff like helping and kindness.
How does it feel to have all your faculties back?
Ha. Yeah, very funny. Did you learn that one at the boardwalk? If you're asking if it feels nice not to have to pretend anymore, yeah, Yeah, it does. Had to do a lot of research on dementia in order to properly mimic its symptoms. Just thinking about having it for real gives me the shakes.
Let's talk about Atlantic City.
Oh boy, my favorite.
Are you still on the run?
Yes and no. I don't have any plans of heading back to AC. No, sir, I'm comfortable right here in Nowheresville. Technically, not on the run, but if I did show up in AC, you can bet Concerta or whoever bests her would put me down like a yellow dog behind a shed.
What's going to happen to the family with you gone?
Chaos, probably. Not like I give a damn anymore. La Cosa Nostra. Fat. It was like La Mia Cosa all along, you understand? And now that they ice me out, I'm done. I don't care who takes the reins now. Concerta, Fabio, some other wise guy, doesn't matter. I hope it all burns. Q wouldn't have wanted this.
You don't miss your old life?
Sure I do. Sure as the sun rises and falls. But life's always changing, kid. Sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worst. There's highs and lows. And right now, I'm stuck in a long low. Oh, joy.
A few personal questions.
And what might those be?
How are things with you and Evelyn?
I feel like a teenager again. Well, a teenager with crow's feet and frown lines. Sometimes it's easy to lose the spark in a marriage, you know? The passage of time, raising kids, living in a deadly, unforgiving wasteland. These things cause stress and drive people apart. But we're planning date nights again.
How did you fake senility?
Research, kid. A lot of it. I had to be a bit of a compelling actor as well. Of course, some people were eager to see me gone, so accepting the infirmity of my mind was quite easy for them. It meant I'd be out of the picture, and they could have what was mine. What riveting dialogue awaits me now? Yeah, try not to get clipped.
What is that glowing concoction people drink around here?
How would things be
Nuka
different
shot?
with a normal family?
You look far too sober for a real conversation.
I've already had all these.
You bring my sister home in one piece, okay?
All right. Nope, wrong
Do
thing.
this, do that.
Never seems to end. Back to the flooded city quarter.
Don't you have anywhere else to be?
Oh. Family's after me now. Okay. That's how you use a torch, my guys. You're gonna do it. Do it right. Oh, more of these. Oh! Oh, did they cripple me? They did. Okay. That explains a lot. So I'll pull them away from the healer instead of going straight to the healer. No. Kill it. Kill you. There's one more somewhere. Repair all those limbs I broke. My armor isn't broken. They seem to cleave through me like nothing.
Someone get the weed killer. Let's make it quick.
Hey! I'm being attacked.
Pay me enough to join the Baron Rangers.
Thanks. Monies are useless. I assume you guys all respawned. You did. One more in here, I think. Yep. Oh, and a healer. Of course. Of course. Ah! Actually, I think my fire will kill them before it'll heal them. So, I didn't even have to worry about that. Oh! Okay.
So, if I help with this,
When you help, not if.
right, when? Will there be a reward involved? Possibly some blood?
Sure there will. You'll get the gift of continuing to live. The greatest gift of all.
Right! Oh, I forgot how generous you are, Antonio. Oh, a witness. Good. I mean, hello again.
Oh, okay. So that glitching out earlier when she was talking to Antonio, I thought she was hallucinating. It was playing dialogue early. Alright. That makes sense.
So, you managed to get here in one piece. Took you long enough to get off that vertibird. Time is of the essence here.
Yes, of the essence, right. Of course, yep. You're Abby, right? You sure you want to get clean?
Focus here, Jeannie.
Focusing. Right. Do you have the sample?
Yeah, but this here is liquid gold. Don't break it.
Give it here.
Hey, Maran, can we maybe speed up the process here?
Dad, just wait.
No. This isn't good. This is the opposite of good. What is that? Bad? Right. Bad.
What's the problem here?
I wasn't expecting this. This has profound implications, and I don't know where.
Just spit it out already. My daughter is dying, and we don't have the time for you to have your little eureka moment.
The sample you brought me isn't pure enough to make an antidote with.
What?
That's a very funny joke, Gene. That came from the Jersey Devil himself. How can you get any fucking purer?
You're not gonna believe me, but that wasn't the real Jersey Devil. If such a thing even exists, that is. This is juvenile blood. The one you killed was just a child.
What? So you mean the ones we see coming out of the Barrens is just... it's... children? Then, how big's the father? Huh? Or the mother? It's hard to tell with these things.
I don't know. No one's ever seen it before. Lived to tell about it, that is. The quantity of neural proteins present in the blood sample isn't fast enough to qualify this as an adult. But if there's a juvenile, that means there's a parent. An adult would have blood potent enough to craft an antidote.
So, you're saying you want us to go into the Pine Barrens and kill an adult devil? Just trying to see if I'm the one who's going nuts, or if it's still you.
But if it's our only option, we've got to.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm saying.
Right. Looks like you and I have some business to take care of with a gentleman from the Barrens.
How do you know for sure we'll even be able to find an adult devil?
I don't. But it's our only shot, all right? And I don't leave without results.
Why can't we just use the juvenile's blood?
The properties in the devil's blood are too weak. Whatever the egghead said. The ingredients we need from its blood are not present in big enough quantities for it to work. Like baking a blood cake, right?
Alright, so we need to kill a literal folk legend. I've done that enough times. I don't know why I'm making a big deal of it.
I'm still trying to process that it's real at all, frankly. Let's just hope that it is.
Let's do it! How are we going to find this thing?
Not sure. Hey, Egghead. How do we draw an adult devil out?
That I can help with. We've got enough here that I can make fake devil pheromones. If you can bring the pheromones to high points in the city center, maybe the scent will draw the devil out of the Barrens.
I could probably think of a few places to bring him.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go.
We? Oh, no, Abby. You're not coming.
What's your excuse this time? I'm an adult. I can handle myself. I've been handling myself for years now, thanks to you and Mom.
Hey, don't bring your mother into this. Yeah, you've been handling yourself, right? Look how well that's going. You're so strung out, you're on death's door.
Strung out on a chem you sold.
You little... My word is finally. You are not coming. Wait for us here. We'll be back with the blood.
You'll never change, will you?
Go ahead, walk away. It's not like I'm trying to save your life or anything.
Oh, I should have brought my Tommy gun.
We don't have much time.
Antonio and I need to venture around the flooded city center, place synthetic devil pheromones down in order to lure the Jersey Devil out of Pines Barrens. We're going to fight it here. We don't get to go to some cool location where we can fight it there. Don't worry, I got my cryptid killer. It had better count as a cryptid.
You should hurry. Think of all that pure blood being wasted.
I've got nothing to say to you right now. I'm just disappointed.
In me? What did I do?
I'd love to have a nice little tea party chat, but we got work to do.
That don't seem fair. Or are we only putting them up here? Because this did seem like a place where you would fight. Right?
Being here too long. This place is gonna be the first to go to. You don't fuck with
Oh, I only had 2 shots in.
wait.
Okay, let's spread some pheromone here.
So, how big do you think this thing is? Think I could take him?
No. You will only live because you are a story character. Other than that, you will die. Painful. That's my piece of armor. Oh, what? Freaking another one. Right? Every time I go to reload, Another one comes running out after me. I can't even loot them. Alright, let's head on over to the next spot. I thought I was putting these in high areas. These are low areas.
How many of these things do we need to scatter? My legs ain't what they used to be, kid.
I'd rather you not go with me. Oh, a church? Like, I feel like fighting it in that church is what's gonna happen, huh? Fighting the devil in the church. Hi. He's just politely walking down the stairs. Just to get melted. All the monies are still out. The munies, I mean, not monies. Where are you? What the hell was that? Owie! Oh, wow. How did that knock me through the air? Oh, they got me glitched out. Okay. Okay, wait. One of those dudes over there's got a gun that's hitting really. Oh, there was a devil there. A dead devil there. Tell me these guys killed that devil?
All the caps that go towards devil's blood went towards Ryan's.
At least this one's high up. None of the other ones are. Oh, and you guys respawned? Oh, come on. What? They're also not dressed like mobsters, they're dressed like bikers. Okay. He does give unique dialogue, but I'm just gonna go ahead and take care of these. Oh wait, no, I gotta kill those guys with my flamethrower. There's like an achievement for killing overgrown with flame weapons. So I gotta make sure that I kill them with flame weapons. Oh. Oh. still over here, Antonio? Oh, that was the dude. Why does it not trigger my perk that drops me down and then I revive?
You auditioning to be one of the showman's clowns?
Also probably repair my armor, huh? That's and I don't know where Antonio is either. Wow, you guys are terrible guards.
Stupid toy horse.
Seen it before. They're just kind of letting that thing walk in there. This one dude. Dead.
Hey, kid. I need a word with you.
I've placed all the devil pheromones in the flooded city center. I should speak to Antonio now that we are finished up. Where are you going? Oh, love that. Love the car driving past, the speakers blasting.
This is it. Hope my daughter's grateful we're about to whack a living legend for her.
Look, what's up with you and Abby?
What gave it away? Is it the constant tension or her blatantly hating my guts? I know you're not supposed to have a favorite kid, but I did. And it wasn't Vin. When Abby was real little, I took her under my wing. She was a total daddy's girl. Showered her with affection, gifts. I used to let her sit in on all of our meetings. I showed her the ropes. Hate to admit it, but she would have been a top-tier maid woman. But there's a reason they call the Cosa Nostra the family. It's 'cause it replaces your real one. And you've got to fuck over your real one to keep the family happy.
So you chose them over her. Got it. So what changed between you and her?
What didn't change is the real question. Abby, she was, getting older. Becoming more of a teenager, less of a little girl. She was growing into a formidable young woman, and that was the problem.
Why did it suddenly become an issue for her to be a mobster?
It's not that it suddenly became an issue, it's that, well, when you're a kid, it don't mean nothing. It's all fun and games. But once you're an adult, you're locked into that life for, well, life. She was gonna end up just like me. Just, with less respect. There ain't a law saying women can't be in the family, but there's always been opposition to letting them reach positions of power. Yeah, it's tradition. It's always been men who have done the killing, stealing, the plotting. I was next in line to be godfather. Do you really think they would have accepted her as my heir with no issues? Just ask Conchetta. Why do you think she has a target on my ass? If she could have been Don, Quintino would have chosen her. She's his flesh and blood, after all.
So he didn't want her to die if she became a member of the mafia. So if the Mafia had accepted Concerta as leader, you would have stepped down?
Of course not. Let's not compare apples to oranges here. Abby and Concerta are two entirely different stories. I owe her nothing. That woman is ruthless. She'd make a great tyrant, not a leader. I can almost admire it if she stopped trying to murder me for 2 seconds. But we got more important things to worry about. Like Abby. I wasn't about to set Abby up for disappointment. Train her all these years just to be rejected. I just distanced myself from her. Didn't let her sit in on my work no more. I never told her why. Over time, she just got the hint. That's when she started acting out. She knew I was the big player moving devil's blood around AC. I don't know, she knew I discovered it, but that don't really matter now, does it? There's tons of chems you can get hooked on in this shithole, but she got hooked on one thing that she knew would get my attention. Trouble is, blood is highly addictive. She got in to win my love with some such bullshit, but there's no getting out with that poison.
No, I mean, they are both at fault, so I will admit that. You're both at fault. You for being a terrible father, and Abby for reacting in the worst possible way. Yes, turning to drugs was still her choice.
Yeah,
So
maybe that's fair.
blame them both.
I don't think I'm totally to blame. I never put the cam in her hands, but it didn't exactly create the best circumstances for her, now did I? Listen, the past is the...
Oh, that's him. I was like, it's tiny. Hold on, Antonio. I feel like this is a power armor situation. Mainly because it auto heals me. Follow Antonio. Hello? Oh, it's just an over. Oh, gosh. Get out of here. Follow Antonio to the source of the sound. Antonio and I heard a bizarre, terrifying noise that we can't pinpoint to any known source. I should follow him to the source of the noise and see what it is. It's probably going to be inside that church, and it's going to be the devil. Yep. Let's get my cryptid hunter out. Really? Oh! Oh! Hi! Wait, that's also listed as a Jersey Devil instead of a Lesser Devil. I was expecting it to be bigger. To be honest. You just call in more babies? I feel like this would probably be faster. is that? I know nothing of the Jersey Devil. So the laser beam thing? Kind of odd. Also, they just spawn out of nowhere. It's not like it calls them and they come running into the room. This one just spawned next to me. I should probably kill you. Oh, I got stuck on geometry. I don't know how he got me up. I don't have the perk for getting me up in power armor. So, does that mean it's not counting me as wearing power armor? Ow. Thing just cleaves through me.
Tax fraud is crime that never stops. So I never stop.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not counting my armor.
Nothing to be afraid of. Seedlings.
If he was able to get me up, the mysterious savior stranger guy was able to revive me without the power armor perk, I feel like there's something wrong. So now, is it going to be at full health again, or is it going to be... Hey! You could come in and help. Okay, it's not at full health. It's still alive. It says listen to him, but he's not talking. Hello?
Oh, look at all that blood! Pure devil blood! Do you know how much this shit is worth? I'll tell you what, kid. Why don't you take a little more than you need? It'll take longer, sure, but Abby's waited this long already. I'm sure she could last a bit longer, and I can take the rest back to Jean and make an exclusive line of elite blood. We could make a killing off it.
Look at yourself, progressing into your old ways, going down this path will only drive you further away from your daughter.
But there's... Well, you might be right there. Maybe I'm losing my grip on myself. I'm getting too old to chase these caps, kid. I don't know how much time I got left. The mob aside, I might as well spend the rest of it trying to make it right with my kids, right? Just take enough for Abby, all right? Just leave the sucker to his own devices.
I need to extract a blood sample from the Jersey Devil. I can either take just enough to make Abby's antidote, or I can give in to Antonia's whims and take even more to sell purer devil's blood. Logically, I should kill it, because it's just going to breed and produce more. Jersey Devil lies before you, defeated and helpless. You can safely harvest its blood without fear of injury in order to manufacture the cure to Abby Russo's addiction. Question is, how much will you take? I'm going to take just enough. I ended up taking just enough blood to make Abby's antidote. Nothing more, nothing left. Should have been nothing less. Antonio may not be happy about it, but I should speak to him before heading back to Jean's lab.
We should get back to Abby as soon as possible, and, thanks, kid, for showing me the way. It's the dawn of a new era, huh?
You're back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you have all your limbs. Exceeding your expectations again, I see.
All right, Jeannie, we got the goods. Hey, where's Abby?
Yeah. About that.
I'm gonna ask nicely one more time. Where is my daughter?
She took off. It wasn't my fault. I swear, Antonio, she just left.
Why on earth would she do that? Her life's in jeopardy, for God's sake.
She said she needed to be alone. That this is a mistake.
What? No, that doesn't make any sense. Did she say where she went?
Sorta. She said she went to the place where she met her real father.
Kids and their dramatics. We need to go find her then.
Hurry. We don't have much time.
What's the plan here?
I'll tell you what the plan is. It's real simple. We go to this overly dramatized place and we find Abby. Then we bring her back here whether she likes it or not.
Or we make the cure, you go get Abby, and I bring it there to that location after you tell me. That makes more sense. What is this place where she met her real father? Are you her real father? Aren't you her real father?
Yes, genius, I am. And I'm pretty sure I know where it is. It's where she first saw me whack a poor fool on the job. Hard to keep a calendar in times like this, but she was still a kid at the time. Fellow owed the family caps for some blood he never paid for. He never came up with a cap, so we wasted him. I wasted him. I guess you could say it was Abby's first lesson in what happens to an addict at the end of the line.
Hurry. We don't have much time.
I don't understand why she'd just take off like that. Yes, that makes zero sense.
You and me both, kid. It's completely irrational, I know. She's probably just being a drama queen. You know how teenagers are. Well, she's 20, but that's just a teenager with an extra year.
Those are facts. Let's move fast then.
Agree. Let's go.
Also, why can't we make the drugs to bring with us, Antonio? According to Jean, Abby ran off and is nowhere to be found. Antonio claims that he knows where she might be. I'm not sure where this place is, but I should follow him. So it's going to be here? In the municipal center? Oh, is it going to be at this diner? Yep. Moon and Sixpence.
Abby! There you are!
God, I was hoping you wouldn't find me.
Abby took off running instead of waiting for Antonio and I to return with the antidote for her withdrawal symptoms. Now that we found her, it's time to find out why she tried to flee.
Please, just leave me alone. It's best for everyone involved if you just leave me alone.
Abby, what the hell's gotten into you? We got the sample. You need to come back to the lab.
Why even bother with it? Is there even a point to this antidote?
What are you talking about?
Do you even remember what happened here, Dad? You wasted a guy on blood because he didn't pay up. What even sets me apart from him? Why does he get a bullet to the head and I get an antidote?
Abby, this is ridiculous. I'm not gonna just let you die over something that happened 14 years ago. We can't just let her walk away.
How did you leave the lab?
How? I mean, it's not like we were locked inside. I told Jean I needed to be alone to think about things. She's totally tweaked out all the time. It's not like she'd put up a fight.
I mean, we were literally fighting right over there against the devil, but okay. You feel responsible for that man's murder?
I may not have been the one to pull the trigger, but I just stood by and let it happen. I know I was young, but I could have done more. I could have distracted my father, pushed him out of the way, something.
You were 6. For the love of all that's holy and unholy, please stop whining and take your stupid antidote. This is your only shot at a normal life. You can't throw it away.
A normal life, huh? Let me ask you something. What life do I have to return to? What point is there? My mother's too busy looking in a mirror to look at me. My brother can't be there for me for forever. He has his own life to live. My father kills people and ruins their lives for a living, and I've never even been good enough for that. So let me ask you again. What do I have to go back to? With a life like that, what'll even stop me from using again? Then all of this would be for nothing.
All right, charisma plus 12. Your dad's here now, isn't he? If he didn't care about you, he wouldn't have fought the devil to save you.
Well, you have a point there. A very good point. It's just the first time I've ever seen him do anything for me. How do I know anything is going to change? What proof is there?
Your father chose you over selling the blood for profit.
He did? He gave up Caps? I'm not sure if I believe that.
Look, quit making me out to be this horrible bad guy. I just didn't want to waste perfectly good money is all.
It's not about the blood or even the stupid devil. It's about the fact that you've always chosen Caps over me. Why did you walk away from me? What did I do wrong?
It's preferred Ben. No, he knew the family would never accept you as one of them. He just didn't want to set you up for disappointment and failure.
Even if that's true, he should have stood up for me.
I wasn't there for you, and for that, I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry. But the truth is, you didn't do nothing wrong. And I never hated you. I knew you could never really be in the mob. They would never even let you file their papers, let alone call the shots. I didn't want to set you up for failure, you understand? But I didn't want to break your heart neither. So I just did nothing. But I should have done better. And for that, I'm sorry.
You admitted you were wrong. So maybe it's time I do the same. I never really thought you cared about me. I thought I was as disposable to you as every other addict you wasted. I don't think I deserve special treatment because I'm your daughter. But if I'm going to take this antidote and start a new life, I really want it to be a new life. A new start. No more killing, no more Kims. I want a proper family. I don't want to be on my own anymore.
No, Abby, you're right. I failed you. All these years, I put Caps and the high life ahead of my family, ahead of my own flesh and blood. I'm the one who owes you an apology. And yes, I am a coward for trying to walk away. I should have done better. But you know, sweetheart, there's still time. If you take the antidote, I can be the father you always wanted from here on out.
I want the antidote. I want to get better.
Let's head back to the labs, and you'll feel better soon.
A brighter future makes recovery seem all the more worth it.
No time for chit-chat.
I
We gotta get her
didn't think my
cured.
dad had-
ASAP.
You're back.
Feeling.
Did you get the sample? And, will there be any leftovers?
I don't know what that was, but okay. Are you sure this will work?
Well, in every scientific endeavor, there's always a margin of error. But the margin of error here is only about 49%, which is less than half. That's reassuring, right?
Yes. What is that? The power going out every now and then. Give blood sample. Pure Jersey Devil blood. Straight from the source.
Just one moment. I need to engineer the antidote. Are you sure you want this, Abby? No more blood. Forever.
Put a sock in it, Gene.
All right. This should be good. Ready, Abby?
I'm ready as I'll ever be.
I'm right here with you, kiddo. Well, do you feel any different?
I don't know. Not really. Wait. I feel... the craving is dying down. It's not as intense.
You should feel some immediate relief. But it'll take weeks for the symptoms to fade completely. It'll only get better from here on out. Not worse.
Thank you, Jean. I should be thanking you the most. Without you, I'd still be... I don't want to think about what might have happened to me.
It's worth it to me to see you healthy again.
That means a lot to hear. I never considered that anyone cared about whether I lived or died. I guess a lot of people do.
Anything for you, Abby. It better prove to you that I'm here for you. You ready to go home now, kiddo?
Yeah, Dad. I'm ready. Would you meet us there? You've been with us the whole way, so it wouldn't feel right to part ways here. I'm sure Ven wants to thank you too.
What's one more stop on this wild ride?
Oh, that's for sure. I'll see you there. Don't take too long, okay?
We're done here, right?
I'm done with you. Hello? I was like, what's going on over here? It was a money getting chased by a muni getting chased by a dude. Oh, come on. What I probably should be doing is learning these plans that I've gotten.
Well, no need to roll out the red carpet for us, bud. We're back. The devil coughed up his cure, and Abby is right as rain.
Thank God. Does he mean it, Abs?
Yeah, Vin. I'm back. Really back.
Thank goodness. We're all due for some relaxation now that this is through. Would you like a toast, Abigail?
Let's take it easy on the substances for a while.
Oh, you're right, of course. Goodness. I don't think we've spent this much time in the same room in ages. It's certainly a welcome change. Everyone, please shift to the left if you can. It's my good side.
Mom, all your sides are your good side.
You've grown charismatic with age, Abigail. If only I could say the same for your father.
Hey, not in front of the guest. Speaking of which, why don't you come join the festivities?
Don't mind me.
Okay.
It's really nice to have everyone together like this.
Hey, kid. You packing some heavy heat?
The wayward.
I'll assume you're talking about my gun.
I don't
Was
want
really
this to
something, huh?
say. Well, now that that's settled, anyone care for a cocktail?
Oh, are you looking at me?
No.
So is this the part where we give you our gratitude and third-born child?
Use my time wisely, please.
No thanks necessary. I'm just glad to see a happy and healthy family.
Quite the Samaritan answer, you. You and Vin must get along well.
You need something too?
I know this has been a roller coaster. Having you looking in from the outside, it shed light on a lot of things. But I'm hopeful for the future.
I actually have something I want to talk to you all about. This has been on my mind for a while. Ever since we came to Appalachia, I've missed working with the Munis. I don't know if I've ever actually had the chance to express it before, but that work, it meant a lot to me. Helping people, making a difference that doesn't just get washed away by the next problem. I'm not ready to leave it behind. After this, I'm going back to Atlantic City. I hope you can understand.
Every bird flies the nest, son. If this is your time, then so be it.
Oh, Vincenzo. You really are all grown up. I only hope we've spent enough time together that you won't forget me.
I'm glad you're doing this, Ven. I'll miss you. Really miss you. But you deserve to do what makes you happy.
Whew, it, feels really weird to talk about myself.
Oh, you'll get better with practice. I certainly did.
Yeah, maybe a little too good. Don't you think, honey?
You know you love it.
All right. Family meeting's over. As for you, our doors are open. Least we can do in return for your assistance with family matters. Maybe one of these days, we'll even have a happy hour worth inviting you to.
How's it going?
Hope I'm not in your way.
So, what do people do on Father's Day? Do I just
To think, the
exist?
Jersey Devil wasn't just a tall tale, after all.
Sure.
What
Let's
time?
go ahead and get my
Never thought we'd be together again.
torso, deep pocket ammo, and my Jersey Devil plushie. See if they have anything else before we end this off.
Lights and early, aren't you? We don't open until... Vincenzo, what time do we open? Evelyn herself.
It's 11:54.
Cheap vodka.
Enjoying the digs? I've definitely seen worse.
Oh, the stars have fallen.
Eh.
Wait, is that a new one? No, these are all the old things.
You can. Good. Oh, hey. Nice to see you.
Any complaints? Keep them to yourself, thank you. I didn't bore you, did I?
We just have nothing new to say, so yes.
What do you need?
I'm better now.
Oh, and he gave me his password.
Better than ever, actually.
If you need something, try Vin. He likes all that gooey stuff like helping and kindness.
He seems to be broken, but I can access his terminal. System log wiped. Settings reconfigured. Yada 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 yada. Please select from this list below. Notes on dementia. Overview. A group of conditions impairing memory, thinking, and social abilities severely enough to interfere with daily functioning. The most common type of dementia is Alzheimer's disease.
Are there
Early
any
stage symptoms.
songwriters around here?
Inability. Let's mute
I would
her
be
up.
doomed
She's
to
gonna
search
talk.
my own feelings for inspiration.
Early symptoms. Inability to recall recent events. Losing items around the house. Difficulty planning and making complex decisions. Trouble speaking and understanding. Getting lost in familiar places. Anxiety, sadness, and irritation. Middle stage symptoms. Inability to recognize family and friends. Repeating questions or losing track mid-sentence. Worsening mood symptoms. Delusions and paranoia. Hallucinations. I forgot to say greetings, Boss Russo. Okay. Late stage symptoms. We get to faking this stage, I'll have bigger problems on my hands. Risk factors. I'm about that age. High blood pressure from all the baby-faced soldiers who can't keep their deliveries in order. 50 years of smoking. Notes. This little condition is my ticket out. They can't ask any more questions if I'm incapable of providing answers. And after 5 decades of single-handedly making the cash flow for the family just to have Concerta turn them against me, a man deserves a goddamn break. Only challenge is treading the line between coherent and demented enough to seek a doctor. Last thing I need is some phony shining a flashlight in my eye and telling everyone I'm faking it. Once all this blows over, I'll hit my head and have a miraculous recovery. Everyone will get all lovely and sentimental. Then the Russos will be back in order, and yours truly ready to build a new empire. Personal files. Quintino. All these years, and Quintino remains the only person who understood what it means to choose success. To gain everything, you give up everything. You dedicate yourself, you do whatever it takes, and you can't afford to look back. No one understands this but us, not even the real talented ones. If the rest of the soldiers and capos are made men, we're the makers. We built this life, and we gifted it to them, with all its benefits and protections. Quintino handles the people, I handle the cash. Without my know-how, he couldn't have done it, and so it goes that we created an empire. It's a goddamn shame I couldn't maintain our legacy, Quintino. Things turned south, and I had to preserve my own life. You understand that. I can always take my leadership and rebuild something great, while their headless empire inevitably falls apart. And you're sitting pretty in heaven with all the luxuries we earned during life. No one can take that from you anymore. Concerta. If there's anyone in the world with bigger ambitions than Quintino, it's his sister. Concerta's problem is that no ambition would ever be enough. Our hunger is practical, our challenge after another to be conquered, boosting us to rightfully deserved top. Hers is some gnawing emptiness that seems it can't ever be fulfilled. She's always whispering in Quintino's ear, treating him like a puppet to be controlled. In her mind, I bet everything we built is hers. That's how I ended up like this. An empire stolen from under my nose. I underestimated her. I'll give her that. Most of all, I underestimated how ruthless she had it in her to be. What's an empire if you can't put your name on it? If you can't stick your chest out and show your family what you've created? If you can't give them the benefits? Now she's got control without any of the pride and responsibility, and that's a goddamn recipe for a disaster. Bet she hasn't even thought about what she wants out of this. Just an animal craving its next kill. Fabio. Money is a means to an end, a representation of power and accomplishment. It's a method for creating a well-deserved life of luxury. But one Fabio Mandadori loves the smell of bennies for its own sake. He'd print cash just to fill an ever-expanding vault and sit on top of it. I'm not complaining. Having a one-track motivation makes him easy to predict and control. And he's got a smooth mouth on him. Great asset for keeping the showmen and the munis under control. Evelyn. I'll never forget when I first laid ears on my starlet. Her voice in the lounge that night was the only thing to make me feel something. Really feel something. Since I was a boy with hopes and dreams, that night I felt some ache of longing that stopped me in my tracks and pulled my glossy eyes to the stage. And I promised myself that whoever she was, I would give her the world, like no one else could. Nothing would ever stop me from fulfilling that promise. Nothing ever will. Not the bombs, not the dangers of the job, not even my own long-abandoned morals. May they rest in peace as a young fool's optimism. Only thing that could take me away from her was the work required to make our life happen. It was one thing after another. Now the worst has happened. This is temporary. I'll build us up again. If I can't do it, then goddamn nobody could. Vincenzo. Ah, Vin. My firstborn, my heir, my absent protege. Dutiful and diligent. Cares about everything. That leaves him room for absolutely nothing. I've never seen so much goddamn wasted talent. If he didn't have a heart, he could take over the city. I left all the groundwork for him. Instead, he's off gallivanting with those munis who sacrifice everything they have to give freebies to strangers. Impoverished, overworked, unrewarded. How can that be the life he wants? The life he's willing to give back to us and to his kids in the future. Maybe it's still too early in life for him to understand his responsibilities. I gave him everything, put all he could ever ask for right in his lap. So he doesn't understand yet what he'll be missing. And one of these days, he'll meet a nice girl and want to give her the world. Then, maybe it won't be too late to step him back in my shoes. Abigail. Little Abby's had a lifelong career as a trouble magnet. One bruise, mishap, or muni report after another. Didn't take a genius to figure she wanted my attention. So I made a bad judgment call and gave her what she wanted. A moment of weakness is what it really was. Some part of my mind went soft, forgot reality, and thought that if Vin wouldn't take to it, maybe she would. It was never going to work out. That's the truth of it. Even if even if it weren't for tradition, the family would eat her alive. She's overly brave, reckless, impressionable. Worst of all, earnest. You need an iron will to do business in the family, like Vin when he's standing up for some goddamn societal justice case. Vin's got the right traits and the wrong morals. Abby's got loyalty instead of morals. My daughter has more to give to this world than following capos and losing her life when she crosses the wrong one. Only option now is to cut her out. No more jobs, no more access. Clean break. She may hate me for a while, maybe for a long time, but one day she'll thank me. It's my job as her father to send her on the right path. And that's all of his. Nope, the devil's blood. Oh, he deleted them all. Other than consequences. Abby was never supposed to touch that stuff. Never. She stuck her nose too close. I clipped it. That should have been the end of it. Any other bungling associate would have given up, turned tail, stuck their nose elsewhere, anywhere else. Yeah, I made a bargain. It was mine alone. I would do the dirty work so Evelyn and Vin and Abby could live like royalty. Wealth, power, security. It was my gift to them. That was the deal. The goddamn devil hid the fine print. Now he's given his real price, and there's no goddamn escape. Not anymore. And that is it for the main story of, what is this called? Merrick's Playground.